You know that moment, you're in a meeting, you've got an idea, a good one, but your brain says, say it, but your body says, nope. See, your heart starts pounding, your mind starts to race with doubt. And before you know it, somebody else in the room speaks up. And that moment passes by. Well, let me tell you something. There was a study by the University of Westminster, and they found out that 60% of professionals hold back in meetings because they're afraid of sounding unprepared or being judged. Drop a comment if that's you. Even more, according to Psychology Today, fear of public speaking is more common than fear of death. That's how deep this actually is. But here's the truth. You're not lacking skill. You're lacking a strategy. And in this video, I'm going to give you 3 powerful techniques to speak up confidently, even when your nerves wants to shut you down. So let's start with number 1. Let's start with fear. When you hesitate, it's not because you don't know what to say. It's because your nervous system is in protection mode. There was a research from UCLA that showed that social rejection activates the same pain centers in the brain as physical injury. That means when you're about to speak and feel that panic, your brain literally thinks you're in danger. It's not broken, it's just trying to help, but it's helping in the wrong way. And here's what to do. Step number 1, reframe the moment. Before you speak, your mind says, what if they think I'm wrong? Flip that into, hey, what if this helps the entire team? Or even better, what if someone else says it and gets credit for my idea? I shouldn't open up my mouth. That one always hits hard. You don't want to give credit to somebody else, right? Why not? Well, for instance, let me tell you this. There was a team meeting where everyone was quiet. The manager asked for ideas. And as people watched, one person finally spoke up. And their comment, simple. Just a suggestion to try something we've already done, but with a small twist. And the reaction? Heads nodding. Manager smiling. Suddenly the tone in the room shifted. And we realized people don't reward perfect. They reward presence. So next time you freeze, remember this. You're not being tested. You're being invited to contribute. So we talked about step number 1, and now let's talk about technique. You ever hear of someone rambling in a meeting, or worse, over-explain a good idea until it just sounds confusing now? And here's a method that actually helps eliminate that. I call it the 1, 2, 3 speak up framework. And it's simple and it works every time. Number 1 is context. Build on what John said. I've been reviewing last week's numbers, but I noticed. And number 2, point. Get straight to the insights of what you're talking about. And lastly, number 3, talk about the benefit or the next step. Hey, that could help us boost retention. That's worth testing in our next rollout. See, that's it. It's quick, it's clean, and it's confident. Quick, clean, and confident. That's what you want to reprogram your brain to. And why this works is because it removes the guesswork. It makes your idea easy to hear and easy to support. The brain loves structure. It listens better when information flows in patterns. For instance, I once watched someone pitch a new campaign idea using this model, and they simply said, quick idea. If we send our campaign emails on Tuesdays instead of Mondays, based on the last quarter's engagement stats, we could see higher open rates. Might be worth a A/B test. See, that's just one sentence and yet a total buy-in. Why? Because it was clear, it was specific, and you guessed it, it was actionable. And they weren't the loudest person in the room. They were just the clearest person in the room. And that speaks volumes. So how do you stop freezing in real time when you're about to speak up? Use the 10-second rule when you have something to say. Start a mental countdown in your brain. 10, 9, 8. You have 10 seconds to speak, not to plan, not to rehearse, just to say it. It might not come out perfect, and that's okay. Because slightly messy is better than perfectly unsaid. But you might be thinking, what if the 10 seconds pass and you don't speak? Well, we got you covered. then you need to do this. Write your idea down. Send it in a follow-up email. Title the subject line something like, quick thought after today's meeting, 1 minute read, 30-second read. Boom, you're done. You still showed initiative, you contributed, and people will notice. This trains your brain to stop associating speaking with risk and start associating speaking with progress. And every attempt you build real, earned confidence. Let me give you one bonus tip, okay? And this is important. So before your next meeting, create what I call a internal anchor. It's a short phrase that centers you before you speak. And here are three that work. Number one, I have value here. You know what? I'm going to speak to serve, not to impress. This isn't about me. It's about the idea. And say it under your breath. Write it in your notebook. Whatever works. Confidence isn't a volume level. It's a mindset shift that you need to grasp on. So let me recap here. Step number one is to reframe your fear. Your brain's trying to help, but you can override that brain activity there, right? And step number two is use a framework. Speak clearly, speak simply, let the structure do the work. And step number three, follow the 10-second rule. Action builds confidence, not perfection. And remember, you don't need to be the loudest person in the room. You just need to be the one who chooses to speak. And if you love what you heard here today, and if you want more confidence tools that you can use today, definitely hit that subscribe button and check out the next video.